Welcome back to this channel. Be sure to click the subscribe button and also click the bell icon so that you'll be notified about videos uploaded from this channel. The topics that we'll be discussing today is 4 killed in Planters Hill, Old Harbour, St. Catherine, woman pepper sprayed by Grand Spend cops. The police are following several leads due to yesterday morning killing of 4 persons in the farming community of Planters Hall on the outskirts of Old Harbour, St. Catherine. 2 brothers, their cousin, and the girlfriend of one of the men were killed in separate locations. They have been identified as 31-year-old Richard Wright, Omar Wright, and Lester Harvey. The woman is only known as Nardia. So viewers and subscribers, this took place from early yesterday morning, and people been saying me up to this morning and ask me say, what are your thoughts on this? But really and truly, this not sound right to me. It not look right. It just not add up, something just missing from out of this. And me just wait for the family them for this come out and own up to it. So listen, one of them man yeah, did in a something, they mix up in a something. Either him take with somebody something or him in a badness from Wacky Kill Philip, or a family member for them in a badness from Wacky Kill Philip. Because listen to me no man. No go so who in them right mind I could just get up and kill 3 family member at different locations for no reason at all. When you really sit down and mat it out in our brain, after something them do. No go so that's a coincidence for 2 family member from different location get chat up in the same time period. That makes sense. That often link to something is either the family mix up in a something, just like the little baby with them take with the other day. Them say it's a family member they want, and them been wanting the family member for a while. Them can't get to the family member, so them decide to them go kidnap the baby and have the baby as ostrich, hold on the baby as ostrich to gain access to the person where them want, because them are saying for them mind say when them take with the baby and have the baby, the mother for the baby I go ball out and pressure the family, whether I'm a cousin, uncle, auntie, whosoever the person is, the mother go pressure the person for step forward and get the baby. Although the baby gone back home from day before yesterday, I think, and even the grandmother did step forward and talk. If you want to see that video, you can also DM me on Instagram. I'm sending the video with the grandmother talk. I express how happy she feels say our grandbaby return home safe and nothing wrong with the baby. But you don't know, say investigation I dig deep into that matter because everybody want to find out what really going on. I saw we really gone to the dogs that them a take a young little 18 months old baby. No man. And as you can say, up to this moment, it hurt me. It even shocked me, so I can't stop talking about it. But we're not stray too far from the topic. And the topic we are talking about are the family member them will get dashed away in a 2 different locations. How that sound to you? I want you to tell me down in the comment section how it sound to you, because to me, it just not sound right. This sound like the family had the badness from a Wacky Kill Philip, from the devil was a boy, because me not understand how them just dash away. Them so that can't be coincidence, and me can't look on that as a coincidence, no brother. But as I said earlier, I want to hear what your thoughts about the story down in the comment section. If you don't want left on a comment down there, and you can always DM me up on Instagram and tell me what your thoughts on the story. A woman is demanding justice after she was allegedly pepper sprayed and assaulted by a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force while attempting to withdraw money from an ATM machine at Grand Spend Police Station in St. Andrew on Friday. Shanisa Blair, a trained journalist, said the assault occurred in full view of 2 police officers who did not come to her assistance when their colleague pulled her hair and pepper sprayed her. According to Blair, the lawman had earlier instructed her to wear a mask to gain access to the ATM, but despite purchasing a new medical mask twice, she was eventually told that she could not use the machine. Clearly upset by this, Blair protested the officer's decision, but was eventually dragged by her hair from the station and pepper sprayed, she said. I have to get some compensation for the pain I went through. I have to get an apology, she said. The officers should be removed from duty. You cannot go for a baton and pepper spray for a woman. You cannot stand up and watch another police officer grab me by my ear, and you said nothing," she continued. The incident unfolded sometime between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon, when Blair went to the Ganspen police station to use the card machine. I went there to withdraw money. The two persons who were ahead of me were wearing masks, and the police officers were not. I was asked by the police officers at the front desk to put on my mask, which I proceeded to do, but it broke. I had it over my nose, but the front desk officer insisted that I can't use the ATM. I started arguing because he was not wearing any mask. The woman said she then went to a nearby OC store to buy another medical mask, but it too later broke. She said she continued to point out to the officers that they were not wearing a required mask. Nevertheless, Blair said she went to purchase a third mask and returned, insisting that she would be allowed to use the ATM. I went back a third time to insist that they would allow me to use the ATM as well as get their names and details. I went inside and continued to arguing that as a customer who wanted to use the ATM, they cannot stop me, especially now that I have my mask. Despite the officers maintaining that she could not use the ATM machine, Blair disobeyed their instruction. However, one of the officers who were not in the police uniform then proceeded to grab her in the view of another plainclothes policeman and his colleague at the front desk dressed in uniform. I went inside the ATM machine and one of the officers grabbed me by my hair and asked the officer at the front desk to go for the button. The button was, however, not used on me, she shared. I removed his hand out of my ear and went outside and continued arguing. He sent back the same front desk police officer for the pepper spray, and while I was there arguing with them to allow me to use the ATM and get their names, he stood there like a big shot and pepper sprayed me, Blair continued. The officer sprayed it a second time, and that's when I started to cry. I cried and argued some more. Blair pointed out that her hunger was also sparked by the policeman making assumptions that she was a homeless person. They even went as far as describing her as mad during the argument, she said. I got angry because they assumed I am a homeless person and called me mad. Is that how you treat people? They, the police, have to do better. I guess because I did not go up there with a big van or whatever. When I was arguing, they assumed that I was mad, so that made me angry because they felt that they could take advantage of me. They, the officers, assumed that I was nobody. That isn't fair because you don't know who I am. Suppose I did not have a Twitter or a social media to highlight the issue. What would have happened? She further questioned. Reiterating that the other two male officers did not come to her assistance, Blair said the altercation has left her in pain and feeling hurt. Viewers and subscribers, I really and truly want to hear from point of view upon this story. I want to hear your thoughts, man. I don't really feel like say this a woman two mask broke just so as so she one salt. As so she one salt that's fear two mask just broke from her so. And the fact say she thinks she's supposed to argue with the police officers them because she a woman and them not for do her nothing. Nation, wanna tell me the truth, wanna feel like say that woman you go looking for a problem or what? Make me know.